Anytime the USA takes on Europe in sport, expect sparks to fly. Just think of the Ryder Cup in golf and the passion that generates. Well, the same goes for the Mosconi Cup, the Ryder Cup of 9-ball pool. The crowds have no doubts about whom they want to win. It's raw, exciting and great fun for the spectators. As for the players, it's the biggest test of nerve and character they undergo each year. Now, Europe pulled one back last time out, thanks to birthday boy Mika Immonen. But now the Americans need just 2 wins to retain the acclaimed Mosconi Cup. That's why it's time for Europe's veterans to pull out all the stops as we join John McDonnell.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matchroom Sport proudly present the Mosconi Cup, sponsored by Acclaim Entertainment. Well, the USA still lead 10-7. Would you please welcome from Team USA, North Carolina's The Train, Michael Coltrain. And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Europe, it's Davis to the rescue, 6-time world snooker champion, the one, the only, Steve Davis!
There's no more popular man in the East End of London than Steve Davis. Let's join our commentators, Sid Waddell and Jim White.
An unbelievable atmosphere here in York Hall. And Davis looks like he might just have won the leg. He has, in fact. It's been confirmed. And I can tell you one thing. If Michael Coltrain thought that it got any more electric last year,
thank you, ladies and
how
gentlemen.
does he feel now?
To race the 5 racks, first rack.
Everything must be tingling inside. And Steve Davis will have never played a bigger match than he has this year, right here and right now in the Mosconi Cup, present.
I can see a new expression on his face. Davis loves 9-ball pool, loves the atmosphere, loves the challenge, loves the competition, loves the mental as well as the physical side of the game. 10-7 in favour of the Yanks. Cometh the moment, cometh the maestro.
Hasn't finished ideally on the 2, but he can get through to it. He just wants to be absolutely sure right now as he looks on. If he defends, the best way to leave my opponent in the weeds.
6 months ago, Cardiff, me and Jim White and the team watched him beat Suke He'd beaten Reyes, come back from 8-1. He then beat Takahashi, beat 3 world champs in 3 nights. He has honed his skills at this game in the hottest of cauldrons.
Side to side, he's left Michael Coltrain an easy kick shot here. But very important that Steve got that cue ball over to the side cushion. That makes applying the spin to the cue ball just a little tougher for Michael.
Twice junior champion of the USA. And you'll all probably remember his brilliant long yellow shot a year ago with Massive Massey shot of the year. Excellent, talented young man. Could be very tight and very close.
Well, he splooked the 2, but he's not landed on the 5. So it's not as bad as European supporters might fear here. But that was a calculated shot. He knew he was going to be catching the bottom side of the 2 as he looked and sending it up table. Thankfully for Davis, he's not finished on the 5.
You need 12 points. 12 points wins you the Mosconi. Europe's only won it once in '95. Looking for safety in the weeds up in the air beyond the green, but he didn't get there.
Intended to get that cue ball behind them. Now the saving grace for Coltrain is that Steve's going to be bridging right over top the 6. And where he might have taken a look at being aggressive and going after that 5 over top the 6. It's just increased the difficulty 5-fold.
Looking at the orange safety in mind, Jim. Trying to find safety in line with the 9. Winced.
Well, now Michael with a chance to attack here. He can take a bank shot on bottom right with the 5. Take the cue ball back up towards the colors and hopefully land on the 6 should he get the 5. And if he doesn't, he can play it with a speed to leave it in the middle of the back cushion.
Tank shot, what we call the double. So look for this ball whistling a foot from his left hand into the pocket, he hopes. Is it dollied up? Oh, not quite a dolly, but it's a shot for Davis.
Coltrain talking to himself all the way back to his chair.
Funny sounding noise, but it went in. The click did not sound true. Davis looking good then for 1-zip, and I can't stress how vital Mark Johnson Allen's already told you. 10-8, it's still a match.
I can tell you one thing, Sid. If there was ever a point needed, can you ever remember Steve getting beat when the victory was as vital?
Nope. And occasionally, here's Davis flicking in the black, and he's got just the nice angle he needs. This will boost your confidence. Can't see him missing. This is up for the free. Look at those eyes. Like diamonds! And first blood to Davis in Europe. On the balcony with Alison Fisher. Top lady pool player is the Euro captain. Ralph.
Well, all is not lost yet, and I've got Ralph with me, and he's smiling today. I know yesterday was a very depressing day, really. We lost a few points that we weren't supposed to. And Mika has just gone out there. It's his birthday, and he's brought a lovely birthday present for Europe. What did you think of that performance?
Well, I think he played a great match. he was leading 4-1, and I thought, well, that's it. But then at the end, it went like, there's another chance for the Americans to reach the hill. But fortunately, he won that, and he brought us back in the match.
It's looking a lot better now. It's 10-7. And regarding this match, we've got Steve Davis and Mike Coltrain. Mike's been struggling with his confidence a bit, so the favourite here should be Steve. What do you predict for this match?
Well, I hope that Steve is going to make that point
Second rack. USA
for us, even though that Coltrain is breaking right now. I mean, he's leading by 1 game, and I hope that he's going to make that point for us, that very important point for us, to close the gap a little so we can go into a 10-8 deficit tonight.
Yeah, this is a huge point. He's made a ball on the break, and maybe we should have a look at this rack and see what he's left with here, and maybe talk through the rack.
Didn't make the corner ball. He almost crashed in the side.
Do you know what? I made a mistake there, Ralph. I thought I could see one in the corner there. So we've got Steve at the table, which we like even better, don't we?
Absolutely.
Well, he's got a little shot in the side pocket. What do you think he's going to do here, Ralph? Do you think he's going to play that?
I think he's going to go for it, yeah, absolutely. Just maybe draw it into the end rail and, yeah, like that.
He did that perfectly. He's quite an anchor man to have on the team here, isn't he? He was 4-1 down with Jeremy the other day, came back. I mean, he's a perfect man for this position, I think, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's a man without nerves, even though he might be a little nervous inside, but he never shows any nerves. And he played great at the World Championships earlier the year in Cardiff, being down against Efren Reyes 8-1 and beat him 9-8. Unfortunately, after that, he beat me as well.
Maybe we don't like him that much. But he really, his 9-ball knowledge is improving with every tournament that he plays, and I think he genuinely loves this game, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, I think he really enjoys this game. Every tournament he plays in, he loves it a little more, and I think if he would keep on playing pool as you, then he would be a great pool player and be in the top 10.
Well, what a tough mental game he's got from all those years of snooker.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know exactly how long he's been in the game, but I mean, he is probably one of the strongest players that ever lived in any game.
Right, and he's about to lap up here. Hopefully we'll be 2-0 ahead. It's actually a little bit of inside information. He does have a pool table in his house now.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't even know.
We certainly need that, don't we?
Absolutely.
Look at the crowd. The crowd. They've been fantastic.
Every year, it's a great atmosphere here at York Hall in Bethnal Green. It's unbelievable. You can't really describe it. You need to be here. You need to feel the atmosphere. I think there's no other tournament on earth even close to that.
I think I agree with you. I mean, I've been playing in America for 5 years now, and I've never been in an atmosphere like this. And thank you, Ralph. I think we're going to go back to Jim and Sid in the commentary box. So thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Thanks to the Duchess of Doom and the Kaiser. As the gloom slightly lifts for Europe, Davis has come out and he's 2-0 up. All right, Jim, you were a snooker star for years. What is the kernel, the essence of his genius, Davis?
Steve just enjoys a challenge, and with that open mind and willingness to learn and take things in, and that's not easy to do. I can assure you, when you've played and dominated a game as Steve did for so many years in the snooker realm, to be able to open that mind up and take information in again at a game when really you have to feel like you should be the teacher, not the student.
The thing that he really did wrestle with was the break. I remember him trying early, about 5 years ago, to swing the cue down and then stab through. But he's modified that massively, hasn't he?
Well, he'd like to have that shot over again. Just slightly misjudging it enough to get the double kiss and see the white go in off. He was trying to keep Michael in behind that little wall of colors, and it's all gone horribly wrong for Steve there. But he's 2-0 in front, and with the alternating break format, he knows he's going to get an opportunity to respond. And it's really Michael Coltrain under the cush right now.
Been patchy, to be quite kind about his form in the Mosconi, this lad.
I really don't think that they wanted to send Michael out here with the knowledge that this point was going to be as massive as it is. I think they heavily relied on Johnny Archer, but a great performance from Mika Immonen, and Davis really wanting to build on that and maintain the momentum.
I love that crack that Mika came out with. Steve said to him, "Give me something to play for." That's the spirit in the team.
He's done that. Michael can get through to this 4. Nice angle to get back up. He's got to get right up to the 5 because it isn't available to either of the top corner pockets as we look. So he's going to have to play this with a little bit more speed. And is he hit it hard enough?
Well,
that's not ideal.
Certainly not.
Just the wrong side of this orange 5. The 6 at the opposite end of the table. And what Michael really would like is something that just presents itself on a silver platter, something to get his confidence going. There you go.
And in trying to work position,
cue ball.
He missed the pocket he aimed at. He got it in a different pocket, and he's got behind the brown. You wouldn't believe it.
Well, that's just how bad he hit this shot. I don't know if the 5 touched the white. It didn't, and that's just how poorly he struck this ball. Even had he made it, look where he was. Cue ball in hand with Davis, and this is almost assured of a 3-0 scoreline. Coltrain in complete disarray right now, surrounded by confusion.
Self-doubt drowning out the positive vibes. Davis will accept the gift. Don't think Davis expected it to be this easy. All right, we're only so far, and it is alternate breaks. You'd bet on Davis taking this one because of the alternate break now, but I bet he didn't think he was going to get such an easy passage here. This looking good for 3-zip.
A bank will lend you money on this clearance. The 9 for 3-0. Into the heart of the pocket, and Europe right back on the heels of the Americans, leading 3-0 in this one to try and pull back to 10-8 and secure 2 of the first 3 matches today.
They are a motley crew, but their heart and their lungs are supporting in the main Europe as Coltrain talks to the support. The lads who come every year to the East End to support the Americans.
He's got Corey Deuel sat just in the second row, and that's who he's conversing with right now, trying to settle himself, and Davis trying to apply the vice and put himself right on the lip of another huge point. And Corey trying to encourage his friend as he has. They've spent a lot of time together and enjoyed themselves here in London all week. Right now, there's no enjoyment in that chair.
4th rack.
Coltrain all set to break off. 3-0 down. How can he turn this around?
One's down. Is the pink blocking the route to the 2? No, it isn't. He's got a shot.
That's a great break off from Coltrain there. Probably hit with a little bit of aggression. And that's a confidence boosting pot.
Well, most of the Euro team, all right, pie in the sky was 3-zip this afternoon, but they thought the 2-1 would put them back in the frame. But they didn't think it would happen as comfortably as this. It's looking good for that scoreline to be 10-8 in favor of the States.
Even though Michael has struggled in this year's Mosconi Cup, he's still provided a couple points for his side. And I can tell you one thing, his asset has been more in the dressing room, and he provides so much encouragement and positive attitude. I've been so impressed when I've been up there. He just will not let himself get down. And that's due more in part to Strickland, too, not letting him get down. And that's how you comprise a winning team. But he sure isn't happy with that effort. Got a little more angle than he would have liked, Sid. And you can see that green 6 next is available bottom left. But he's got to avoid that center pocket on the left-hand side. And with the angle that he's got, that center pocket is in the equation.
Is he thinking of taking it to the other side of the green then? This will probably hold the rail to the pocket, the orange. But his position on the greens, it's the key thing here. It's leaving the pocket.
There's just too many hurdles right now in the race as far as Michael's concerned. And even if he potted that 5, he didn't land on the 6. And that was due more in part to the poor shot he played previous, leaving himself a little too much to do. But this isn't easy for Steve either right now. Even though that 5 is dangling in the jaws of that corner pocket, positioned to the 6. Very difficult. Might want to just get topside and play the 6-7 combination here, Sid.
That's the idea. Just watch the angle it takes. It's going nicely to position for just what you suggested, Jim. Green 6 to brown 7, and the green will be moving towards the pocket area as well.
And Steve displaying the importance of this one. He wants to take no prisoners here. 3-0 in front. He wants to put the nails in the coffin now.
The Nugget, Romford Slim, looking to become the Undertaker. There's the hit that's left the pocket, but it went in off the knuckle! Wow! Another millimeter, and that would not have dropped.
I think Steve thought that 6 would come out from the cushion to leave it into the center. He's not happy with what he's left himself, and if there is one area that Steve still will have to go back to school, it's banking balls. That 6 is right up against the cushion, and this is something the Americans have a massive advantage over. Well, certainly over the players that have a snooker background, because in this particular instance, you'd be running for cover.
Which pocket? Middle?
Middle pocket.
I think it's good.
What about that effort? As sweet as a nut.
This then for 4-zip. Dangerous Davis strikes again!
4-0 in front. Romford Slim motoring towards the finish line in complete control. Michael Coltrain right now knows that he's got a mountain in front of him. He's got to win the remaining 5 racks, and he also knows that in the alternating break format, that is one tall order.
Sing along with Stevie is the motto here, and the your call. Face set like a marble statue in the Coliseum at Rome.
And we got used to that look, didn't we, in Cardiff?
That's right, and the walk. He walked the walk. The face was set. And the word is from his friends, like the Matchroom team, he wants this.
7 into the middle.
And a beautiful leave on the 1. We have both tracked Davis's emergence into this game of 9-ball, Jim. We've seen him adapt the break. We've seen him make Jim Rempe gasp with his cue ball control. We've seen him come to the cauldron and not be scared of the heat. And here we are again.
Straight back up the table here. get that cue ball a lot closer to the 3. Just wants to be absolutely certain of which corner pocket he wants to play that 3 into. It is available in the bottom left. And that's his choice.
Cue ball control, par excellence. Heart of the pocket position. A lovely juicy angle on the pink. Now the angle he wants just natural to come over for the orange. All right, he's been gifted a couple of chances here, but wow, you can just sit back and gasp.
Steve just recently had holidays in Florida too, and I wonder if he felt like heading into a billiard club and hitting a few 9 balls down there.
So he's got a table at home. He's hitting the clubs. Look out, USA. Look out, Philippines.
The way
Davis.
this man plays 9 ball, I'd love to see him head across the Atlantic and terrorize the Americans. A 5-0 whitewash and a huge point to the Europeans. Back to 10-8, and it is all to play for this evening. Look at the crowd. A great effort from some kind of player. Some kind of